Hey everyone. This is actually a little late. I was playing the Hiss as soon as it came out, and then forgot to make a video about it because I was trying to 3-mark my object 165. So yeah, I had to give it the name Hissy Fit. You could blame Rogers for that. And now every joke on our Discord is nothing but Hiss jokes. This is what it looked like in the 80s. It's kind of a cool toy, actually, to be honest. It's a good tank and it's a lot of fun. I will tell you that if you have any sort of reminiscent about G.I. Joe, though, the best part of it is Cobra Commander. NSFW, hearing him yell about penetrating things is just good for a laugh, if nothing else. I'm not sure they meant a double entendre, but it's certainly there. So this is the first light tank in the Cold War area. One thing I'll say is that it's really fast. I ended up putting equipment on it to make it faster just because I wanted to hit 88 miles an hour and travel through time. Much like light tanks in World War II, you just never stop moving. It can be a little sluggish up hills, so it kind of reminded me of like the PZ-1C. Like once you get moving, you're really fast. Just don't stop moving. The gun looks like it has low pen, but that seems to be a lie because you pen a lot more. Also, don't run into buildings. You pen a lot more than you think. I think a lot of it is just because you're shooting stuff in the side. It's really fast. And the DPM on it is crazy, even for Cold War mode. So you can get very, very fast kills where, you know, even though you're only doing 180 to 240, I guess, it just shreds. Now I start off really rough here. I mean, I'm on fire, shit's broken, but you're gonna see that this thing probably has more hit points than it should. This, you know, if you're in World War II, right, and I make those mistakes in a light tank, for the most part, I'm toast. This thing has 2,400 hit points. That's as much as some of the larger tanks in Era 2. So it doesn't really seem to get punished as much as it probably should. It's probably a little unbalanced, to be honest. But anyway, we're going to use it. So, you know, I kind of get my crap together here and then figure, all right, it's time. Time to actually do more than nothing that I have done. Cold War mode in this is really weird because, you know, in World War II you're going to go to the city. True Vision really changes the dynamic because people on the 1-2 line can't really camp on either side as much. Plus there's no TDs yet in Cold War, so I kind of play the field more in any type of tank. I mean, granted, if I'm in Patton or an M60 or whatever, I'm not zipping around like this thing going, you know, 70 to 90 miles an hour or kilometers an hour, but just playing the field, seeing where we can isolate someone. So this T-72 there, and especially the A and the AV, you definitely can have trouble penning it, so you really got to work on hitting the sprockets, hitting the rear, but it still does work. So again, I think the pen's a little bit of a lie, and you just use the DPM to your advantage. Like with the food boost, it's crazy. So you'll see I bounce that. That's his front, but I'm going to get around him. I'll bounce off the side, because, you know, you do have to auto-lock. This thing turns so fast. And then somebody just crashed into him. So I'm not really having a great match so far, but you'll see where the mobility comes into play as I just never really stop moving. And my damage starts to skyrocket at the end. So, the other thing is it doesn't have any armor, but you actually can bounce really strange shots because of the angles. It's not something you're going to do on purpose. You're not going to be like, hey, I'm going to angle this thing. It's just, as you drive around going ham, you'll notice sometimes stuff will just zoink off you. Make no sense at all. I will say that third-person aiming is really valuable in this, so if that's a skill you don't have, you probably should work on it. You move so fast that it doesn't really matter. Like, the turret can't keep up. And it's not its fault. It's not even a slow turret, really, but you're just zooming around so much. So, it looks like all of the rest of them are in the town. You think, gee, that's not really a good place for a light tank, but this guy's just gonna drive out in front of us, so you're just gonna show me your butt. I hit it. You see how fast it's shooting though, it's crazy, right? Like every 3.2 seconds, you're doing a couple hundred damage. It's just wild. I mean, it's actually, it's kind of game breaking, to be honest. So, I don't want to brawl though. I want to get away, see if I can get to a position where I'm not quite the only target. You also notice the accuracy on this thing is stupid. It's just too accurate. I think that, I mean, I appreciate that they created something fun, and if you really screw up, you can do like nothing. Maybe you'll get unlucky and you'll just bounce all your shots, but this tank works way too well. So, I mean, you can see I've just been driving around like a maniac, and now I'm up to 4,000 direct. This isn't really a match for spotting, so I'm not too concerned about not having a lot of assisted, but if there's smoke, doesn't matter, you're dead. I'm just gonna keep cruising in. Got someone over here. Ooh, that hurt. Or not, because he bounced. So we'll kill him. Now we'll bounce off of him. Bounced a shot there. I mean, this is crazy, right? Like, does this even make sense what's happening? He bounced off of me. Yeah. So, they're pretty much done at this point. It actually ends up, I believe, the last guy, I want to say he was in town hiding. But, yeah, I mean, look, I'm going up the hill, going 70, 78, 79. The only reason I slowed down is because I hit a bump. It's a really fun tank. If you have, like I said, any sort of love for Cobra, you remember these toys when you were a kid, you know, you'd be a little older now, but it was like 80s and early 90s, I think. You'll love it. It's just a crap ton of fun. It's not accurate. It is, meaning like it's not a historic Cold War tank or any of this stuff. Just turn your brain off, put Cobra Commander in the thing, and just hit the gas and go. And I think that kind of reminded me that sometimes we take this game a little seriously, but this was just a ridiculous amount of fun. So at this point, I don't know where the guy is. I don't care. I'm literally just driving around having a blast because this thing goes so quickly. So yeah, I really do recommend this tank if you're looking for something that is fun and it still can make a pretty good amount of money in Cold War. If you don't like light tank play, obviously this is like the quintessential ridiculous light tank to the extreme. But you know, at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to get something stupid to have fun, and this definitely qualifies as that. I didn't play the Mobat yet. I was watching one of my friends play. I'm not really impressed. I think for a heavy tank, it doesn't have any armor. The Alpha's pretty good on it, so I don't know if I'm going to make a video for that one. But if I had to pick between the two, it would definitely be the Hiss. I think this is a great tank. So, you know, let me know what you think. I'm going to see how competitive it is to mark. My idea for the marks was to put the marks on the front grille, like little Cobra Commander things, but I actually don't have marks. I haven't played that many rounds yet, so I have to see where they're actually putting them. Probably on the gun barrels, I'd imagine, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. And one last note is you see two guns firing, but it's only one round actually hits the target. So unfortunately, you don't get some cool sort of 2 shots, you know, per shot, even though visually it looks like it. So anyway, yeah, enjoy if you get it, and you know, maybe I'll see you out on the Cold War Era 2 field of battle. Also, that guy's a coward because he just killed himself. So good job, buddy. Bye.